Rise and fall of Etisalat Nigeria. Some businesses fail because they were never really good. But the most painful kind of business, when a business is genuinely great and still collapse. This is the story of Etisalat Nigeria, a network that millions of Nigerians loved, a brand people were proud to use, a company that looks like it had everything figured out. But, and yet, it fell apart. Today, we are going to break down exactly what happened, how it rose, and how it fell. What the rebrand to Nine Mobile was really about, and the lesson every Nigerian should take from this story. Okay, part 1. How Etisalat entered. When Etisalat launched in Nigeria in 2008, the market was already crowded. MTN was the biggest. Glo was the affordable option. Zain, which later became Airtel, was also fighting for customers. And they were all competing on one thing: price. Who is the cheapest? Then, then Etisalat came in and said, "We are not playing this game." They were backed by serious money. Etisalat, UAE, and a major Abu Dhabi investment fund put real capital into the business. Their strategy was simple: be the best, not the cheapest. Better network, better customer service, better storage, better data speed at a time when mobile internet in Nigeria was frustrating and slow. They ran campaign that connected with young Nigerian. Product like 80 Naija for life became genuinely popular, and it worked. 2015, Etisalat had around 23 million subscribers. But more importantly, they had the right kind of subscriber. People who spend more, stayed loyal, and actually valued what the network offered. In a market built on price war, Etisalat built something rare, a premium brand that Nigeria actually believed in. Part 2, the loan that started the trouble. Now, here is where the story changes. In 2013, Etisalat Nigeria borrowed $1.2 billion from 13 Nigerian banks. The plan makes sense on paper: expand the network, improve coverage, stay competitive. Nigerians' economy was doing well, all prices were high, everything looked fine. But there was one serious problem hidden in the deal. The loan was in US dollars. Etisalat was earning money in naira, but they had to pay back in dollar. That is fine as long as the exchange rate stays stable. But in 2015-2016, Nigeria economy hit serious trouble. Oil prices crashed worldwide. Nigeria depend heavily on oil, so our foreign reserve dropped, and Nigeria fell sharply, and naira fell sharply against dollar. Overnight, Etisalat debt became much bigger, not because they borrowed more, but because the naira lost value. The money they were making in naira is now worth far less when converted to dollar for repayment. They could not keep up with the payment. After a month of trying to negotiate with the banks, Etisalat defaulted on the loan. The 13 bank moved to take over the business. Etisalat UAE, seeing how bad this had become, decided to pull out of Nigeria completely. Board member left, senior management left, the founders left. Just like that, one of Nigeria's most respected brand was in crisis. The rebrand to Nine Mobile. Once the parent company left, the Nigerian could no longer use the Etisalat name. So, in July 2017, they rebranded to Nine Mobile. The story they told the public was fresh start, same commitment, nothing changes except the name. The 9 was supposed to represent Nigeria. The messaging was optimistic. But here is the truth. Changing your name does not fix your problem. The debt was still there, the financial pressure was still there, and without investment, the network quality and that had made Etisalat special started to drop. Data became slower, coverage got worse, customer service declined. Meanwhile, MTN, Airtel, and Glo were spending billions upgrading their network. Nine Mobile had nothing to fight back with. Subscribers started leaving slowly at first, then in large numbers. From 23 million subscribers at their peak, the number dropped to a few million. That is not just a loss of customer, it is loss of trust. And in telecom, once people leave, they almost never come back. At 4, the real lesson. So, what can we actually learn from all of this? Lesson 1: be careful about borrowing in foreign currency. If you earn in naira but borrow in dollar, you are gambling, serious gambling. The exchange rate staying stable in Nigeria, that is a dangerous bet. Any business, big or small, need to think about this. Lesson 2: premium brand and continuous investment. Etisalat whose identity was built on quality. People paid more because they trusted the experience. The moment that quality started dropping, the brand had nothing left to stand on. Because they never competed on price, they had no fallback when quality failed. A premium brand is only as strong as investment behind it. Lesson 3: rebranding is not a strategy. Nine Mobile is probably the clearest example of this in Nigeria business history. You can change the logo, you can change the color, you can run a whole campaign around the new name. But if the underlying problem is still there, customer will notice and they will leave. People are not loyal to a name. They are loyal to the what? Execution and the final. Etisalat Nigeria story is one of the most important business lesson this country has produced. It took them almost a decade to build that brand. It took just a few years of financial pressure to bring it down. They succeeded because they focused on quality. They failed because they underestimated financial risks. The lesson: building a great product is important. Get that. But financial discipline matters just as much. Okay? Etisalat had one. They needed both. If this video gave you something to think about, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want more stories like this about the businesses and technology shaping Nigeria, subscribe to Tech Banners. Thanks for watching.